Hi, I'm Deidre, and many people know me as Deidre in Wonderland. And I started this IG live series to start. Oh, I'm nervous. Just start chatting with you about, my travels. From those who have not, those who have only now started following me. Just to reintroduce myself, I'm a Jamaican, I'm a solo traveler. I have been solo traveling for about 11 years, and I spent 7 years, a whole stretch of around 7 years abroad as an expat, solo traveling the world. And so I lived in 3 countries over those 7 years. Wow, my neighbors are loud. I lived in 3 countries in those 7 years. I lived in France, in India, and in Colombia. Widely different, wild countries. They're like nothing in common. Tonight we're gonna talk about my time in India. Okay, so I'm going to try and take notes. I take out my glasses, I see nothing. So let's back on the glasses. So we're gonna talk about one of the scariest, it was super scary. One of the scariest times of my travel was when I was in India. This was in 2012, 2011, like late 2011 into 2012, when I was in India, and I had to hitchhike in the middle of the night. The middle of the night. So what happened was, well, first, for me to tell the story, I need to know, do you know the Indian, it's called the Indian nod. I'm sorry for, well, with my Indian friends, they say Indian nods. I hope it's still okay because I say Indian nod because that's what they taught me, all right? Give me 2 thumbs up if you know what the Indian nod is. Has anybody heard of the Indian nod? All right, maybe you don't know. So the Indian nod is this, it's when, I'll try to do it, I'm not that great at it, but they kind of shake their heads like, It means, it's neither a yes, it's neither a no, it could be maybe, it could be, it's this ambiguous answer that in Indian culture that Indians like to give, right? So I was getting accustomed to the Indian nod. It's like they nod their heads like this. Like have the bubble heads. It's kind of like that. And it doesn't really mean yes. It doesn't really mean no. It could be maybe. It's just random thing. Yes, that thing, Andrew. So yeah. All right. So back at my hitchhiking story. I was in north of India. I had done the tour. So this was after I visited the Taj Mahal, and I went to Jaipur and saw the Pink City and saw the Mahal and all of these things. I saw all of those wonderful things. It was the end of my solo trip. It was a 3-day trip in north of India because I was living in the south at that time, and I was on my way back to France. And I had to get back to the airport to catch my flight. I was in Jaipur, and I went to the train station, and I decided, I'm going to travel in the public train, of course, as usual, but I'm going to not do first class or second class. I'm going to do the general compartment. General compartment is tough, right? Anyway, so I went on the train. I was in Jaipur and I needed to get to New Delhi, right? And my train, with what I read, because the Indian alphabet, the Hindi alphabet, the letters are different, right? But there's English and there's Hindi. And so I saw New Delhi. Well, I saw Delhi. I saw the Delhi train. I'm like, yes, this is my train. So I hop on the train, right? Ready. And so this was like maybe 11:30, and it was supposed to take me straight to the airport. And I'm in the train, and we're all squished up because the general compartment train, they're like tight. Like in Jamaica when you have the loader man and them say 5 up yourself, small up yourself, 5 across. Yeah, in India it's like 8 across. Okay, so actually I was at one point in the train I was like catching on the window sill because there was like no more space in general compartment. It's just every man for themselves, just figure it out. Anyways, you could never. Yes, germs. It's also sort of dirty sometimes. I've seen a cockroach in the general compartment. But other times it's not so bad, but you have to try the general compartment if you ever go to India. Anyway, so on a train, and what they do in the general compartment is you have all these people, and they bring food, because food is like a big part of most cultures, but food is like a big part of Indian culture. And so they were all, of course, I am like the only black person, obviously black. Yes, you have brown people on the train because they're Indians, but I was the only black person in my compartment, of course, as usual. And they were all trying to feed me, and me with my Jamaican self was like, I don't know you, I'm not gonna eat from you. Like, I don't really eat from everybody. Yeah, trying to politely say no to these people. Anyways, back to my story. In the train, in the general compartment, catch up like this with my bag, riding along the train, fending off, no, thank you for enough food. Then, so remember, this train is supposed to carry me to the train is supposed to carry me to the airport, right? I'm there, and I just hear last stop, last stop, last stop. I look out, I see nothing that looked like an airport. It was just darkness and the train tracks in the middle of nowhere. Need a house, not too many trees. It's just nothingness. It's just this wasteland, this open land. And I'm like, what's going on? So I was like, this is the last stop? And everybody was like, I was like, no, like, is this the last stop? I'm trying to get to Delhi airport. Do I need to get off? I was like, what does that mean? And then I heard them say, last stop for Delhi. And then they said that they were going somewhere else. I'm like, oh shit, I need to get off this train because Delhi is my stop. I need to be in Delhi. I cannot be wherever hell next they're going to be. So I hop out, jump on the train, and with some other people, it's like 12:30. And I'm like, what's good? So I was like, where do I get to the airport? And they're like, no airport, Delhi, but no airport. And I'm like, yes, airport. I need to go to the airport. This is after midnight, right? And they were like all looking around. And then one man went, I take you. I was like, you take me? He's like, yes, I take you. I was like, where are you taking me? Taking me to the airport. I take you, Delhi airport? I take you, come with me. And I look around and I'm like, do I follow this man in the middle of the night to nowhere, to the middle of nowhere, to the airport? And I look around and I see nobody and I see nothing and I see everybody walking off and I'm like, okay, so I'm following this man because this is the only person I can trust right now. I have no choice. So I followed the man. And I walk with my backpack. Because I just had my backpack, right? I was walking and then I see him go down this alley. Listen, so you know, I don't know how many Caribbean people are here. I think most of y'all are Caribbean. For Jamaicans, you don't go down any dark road with any lights. No dark, narrow lane with any lights. That is danger. My ass had to go down a dark, narrow lane with no lights. And I was like, so I go down here. He's like, yes, come, I take you. Airport, I take you. But we have to go here. I was like, but there's nothing there. I was like, but nothing, nobody. Yes, I take you, come, I take you. So I went. I'm walking along, and then he says, we stop at this corner, and he's like, okay, I leave now. I was like, what? Leave? This is no airport. What do you mean? He's like, I leave now. My friend take you. Go in car, we take you, the car. And I was like, but this is not a rickshaw in the car. Is it a taxi? I see no taxi sign. I see nothing. And I was like looking around this white car. And I'm like, so again, I go, do I get in this car in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night to go to the airport, or do I say no? I look around, there is nobody. And so my ass is like, okay, I'm going in this car, right? Ready, in the car. So I look at the car, I was like, at least it's not tinted, so I could see. And I just hold on to I wind down the window. I was like, hot, I'm so hot. And I was like holding on to the latch to lock the door so that it wouldn't like automatically lock, or if it locking I would feel it, right? And could like stop it. I don't know. I was just trying to protect myself. And he was like, you go airport? And I was like, yes, I go airport. And I was like, money, how much? I was like, oh, no, I take you. No worry, I take you. And I was like, you take me to the airport. I was like, okay. So this is the middle of the night. I got lost on the train at midnight in India. And I just went, this is the second random man in the darkness that I'm going with to take me to the airport, and we have no communication. I go in the car. We're driving along. I'm like, alright, it's not too bad. Seem kind enough. Everything good. Everything fancy. Just see the man pull over to the side of the road. Okay, you get out now. I look around. It's another wasteland field. I was like, there is nothing here. I get out. He's like, yes, you get out. I go now. I was like, where's the airport? No, I leave now. I was like, but the airport. Yes, I take you, but I leave now. Bye. I was like, so what do I do? He's like, you go down there. Do you see that truck? Yes. Truck? You walk to truck? Bus take you to airport. I was like, the bus? Yes, bus. I was like, it's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. Bus? Yes, bus. Bus take you to airport. You walk down that road. No worries. I was like, so truck? Wait for bus, airport. Yes, airport. Okay, I leave now. Bye. Guys, this is 1 o'clock. With my backpack. Walking towards the truck with the truckman. I walk. It was like maybe, it was a decent walk. It wasn't, not a decent walk. It was like maybe like a 4-minute walk. A little way. Midnight. Walking, kicking up dust. Walking along. To get to this airport. If I don't get to the airport, I miss my flight and I'll be stranded in some part of Delhi that I have no idea, in the middle of a wasteland field. I don't know. I get to the truck. I finally reach the truck and I'm like, so airport? Say, truck man, look at me, look down, look around to my bag, look around to him friend them. Airport? No airport. I was like, what do you mean no airport? He's like, no airport. I was like, I go airport. No airport. No airport. Here, no airport. I was like, how airport? And he was like, oh, you walk down there? You take bus. I was like, there's a bus? Yes, there's a bus. Bus. I was like, walk down there. Just down there, 2 minutes. Hurry, or bus leave you. After this bus, no more bus. I was like, ooh. So I was like, but I don't know where to go. He's like, okay, I take you. I was like, you take me to airport. I'm like, okay. So again, I'm like, Deidre, this is the 3rd time. Why are you trying your luck? Why are you testing your luck right now? This is the 3rd time. Are you going to go with this man to get to the airport? Again, I look around. There is nobody. There is nothing. Just a wasteland. So I go with the man, of course, because, you know, he's the only person that I can trust in this time. Yes, I go with the man. Actually, the men. So like maybe 3 of them. At least this time they were walking. I was like, alright, we're walking, so I can jump and, you know, I don't know where I'm running to because it's the whole wasteland. They're going to catch me. You know, I don't really know. Yeah. We walk. It was not 2 minutes. It was about 7 minutes. We're walking again. Then a few cars pass, a truck, and then I hear like the bus. And the man said, bus, airport, run! I was like, wait, what? He's like, bus, airport, run! And I was like, but run where? Run where? And they're like, running. I'm like, run where? Where are we running to? Oh my God. Finally, the bus. I was just like running and like holding on my hand, fanning down the bus. No! I don't know what I was doing. I was just like, I need to get on this bus. There's no more bus. I need to get on this bus. 1 o'clock in the night, bus running. Me running like a crazy person, fanning down the imaginary bus. Finally, I just feel this breeze pass me and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this bus cannot leave me. And you're fanning. No, stop. Till finally, thank God, the bus stopped. And I go and I say airport and the driver goes, And I'm like, oh, this is not the moment to be ambiguous. This is not the moment to be vague. What does that mean? I was like, airport? Bus go airport? I get on, man not answering. So of course, my favorite dilemma of the night, I look to myself and I'm like, so Deidre, this is the fourth one. It needs to be the final one. Look to my right, I see the tree man them. And look to my other side, I see Wasteland. I was like, bus getting ready to leave off. Am I going on the bus? What do I do? Do I go on the bus? I go on the bus. I got on the bus. Went on the bus. Because the bus say, the man go, So that means it's either yes, it's either no. We're gonna find out. Driving along, it's like 1:30 now. And then I did see a sign that says New Delhi Airport. And the bus stopped. And he's like, okay, bye, airport. But I was like, but where do I go? I'm gonna see no entrance. I don't see where I enter this airport. I see the sign, but I don't see no entrance. I was like, so where do I go? He's like, you go airport. Airport. You airport. It's like, but where? Done there. I was let off. I don't know, some back gate foolishness. I had to just like walk again in the middle of the night in nowhere. I just walked to the sign. I was like, you know what? You know, like how the three wise men, is it three wise men? I don't really know my scripture. Whoever did follow the star them to go to Jesus. I just said, okay, the sign will guide me. This New Delhi Airport sign, I'm just gonna go there until it get bigger. I'm gonna see a gate somewhere. I walked for like maybe 10 minutes in darkness. Just me alone. And then it started to get a little bushy and I'm like, you know, I kind of preferred the wasteland. These bushes, things will jump out. People, animals, all the things. I kind of preferred the wasteland. Till finally, I got to the airport. And when I finally got and I found the sign, I had left my luggage in the airport in New Delhi in storage. And when I checked the time, I had 5 minutes before the place locked, before I could get to get my luggage so I could get to my flight. When I looked at the airport, it said it was a 7-minute walk to get to the luggage area. I had 5 minutes before it closed. My ass ran. I never run so fast in my life. I run. Finally, I really did get my bag, my luggage, like coughing. Can I get my luggage? Finally got my luggage. And then my flight was delayed and I had to sleep in the airport. Yeah. And that was how I hitchhiked in India at 1 o'clock in the morning. My lesson for that trip was you just kind of have to like go with it, right? You never know what's gonna happen. And I also learned that people are kinder. They're more kind people than bad. How things work out, Candice, Maurice? Yes, exactly. How people are kinder than they are bad, and you just have to like go with the flow, right? Had I done the whole, oh my God, what's gonna happen? I didn't have that much choices, you know. I just had to be like, well, is it wasteland or am I just going to risk it, right? And what that taught me, again, like you said, Candice, is just that things work out when you really need them to, and I really needed it to work out. I really did. And I also learned that I'm able to make decisions quickly when I'm under pressure. I make relatively decent decisions and I can figure it out. So that's part of what I took from my lesson hitchhiking. Did I hitchhike again? I did hitchhike again. I hitchhiked in Iceland, but not at midnight. I learned that lesson. Do you have any questions, comments? Does anybody want to hop onto the call? Anybody have any hitchhiking stories that they want to share? Now 5 minutes, we can share. Anybody? Just request to join the live. Or if you want to have a comment, you can request to join the live. Yes, we do the things more than once. Oh, I didn't speak any Hindi at the time. I still don't speak any Hindi. Yes, I blog, Candice. My blog is deidreinwonderland.com. If you go on my IG profile, the link will take you straight to my blog. Not so much YouTube, working on my YouTube. Oh my god, these stories need crowd. Just share them. I'm gonna post them in IG Friday or Sunday, and I will tag you and you can share them with your friends. Thanks, this was so good. Anybody else have any questions? So Candice, my blog, of course, is about solo travel for Caribbean women. I teach Caribbean women how to solo travel. No, I never hitchhiked. I did not hitchhike with anybody who spoke English. Their language was the Indian Bob. Their language was this, which means yes, no, or maybe. Okay? There was no English to be had. The English was bus, airport, I go, I leave. That was the English. Anybody have any stories they want to share? Or any more questions? No, truly, like with India, yes, there is English, but in the South, yes, I take you. Listen, when that man said, I take you, I was like, this means many things. What do you mean, sir? What do you mean you take me? Take me how? Where? I had to catch a plane. No, I've not had too many bad stories or too many bad incidents so far traveling. It's been mostly positive, mostly good. Did anybody bring anything to drink? I'm actually having in my branded cup, even though it's probably back and front right now. I don't know if you can see, if you can read it well. I'm having a honey lemonade. Did anybody bring anything to drink? All right, if you have no more, you're waiting for the web series. I'm working on it. This is the first one, Hitchhiking in India. Next week, I think I'll be talking. Next week's topic is, thanks, Ali. Next week's topic is let me know. Wait. T says, stuck in Panama once, not knowing that they drive on the other side of the road. They kept saying, Aja or Aya. I walked back and forth across the road for 30 minutes waving down taxis. Oh no! Do you want to share? Does anybody want to hear that story? T, do you want to hop on to the call? That's part of, you're able to like talk about it in like 5 minutes. You just need to like join the chat. Tell me if you want to join. Yes, no? Alright, so maybe T does not want to join. I know Candice wants to hear that story. Do you want to do it for next week? Exactly, T, tell us. We want to know. I sent her a request. Yay! T's joined us. I just sent you a request. Did you see it? T's gonna tell us her Panama story. Huh? Aya. So do they say Aya in they say Spanish. Aya in Panama. No, in Colombia where I live, they say Aja. They don't say Ya. So I actually have a Colombian accent. It's hilarious. I love the Colombian accent. I can understand it, but the Panamanians, they don't speak like regular Spanish. They speak their own Spanish. And so I was on one side of the road, and then I stopped a taxi, and he was like, Aya, and pointing over there. So I crossed and went back to the other side of the road, and then I was waving another bus, and then the guy was just like, no, over there. And then it was just crossing the street back and forth, like somebody tell me what to do. And then so eventually I was going to the city. I was going to the city because I was in the canal zone. I was in the canal zone, and I was trying to get a bus to go to the city, but like Panama is this weird, like it's more long than it is this way. So it's like I could never figure out the whole north-south thing. So, finally got a bus, and then they're like, oh, we don't take money. We don't take so they only take cards.
and I didn't have a card, obviously,
Oh,
So a nice little old man, he paid for me to get on the bus, and it's 25 cents. And he was like, no, 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 está bien, morena, bien, morena. He was
so
so
great.
nice, so
People are
nice.
kind that they are bad on the road. Exactly. So, all right, how long were you solo traveling in Panama?
Yes, I've been here 2 years now.
Oh, you live in Panama right now.
Yes, yes. I decided to stay after that first trip.
Oh, cool. What do you do in Panama? If you don't mind.
I do real estate for foreigners. So it's mostly like teaching other foreigners how to live here. If you want to like buy property and how it goes here and stuff like that, and getting residency and all of that stuff. And funnily enough, it's a lot harder for me as a Jamaican, and all of my clients are Americans, and it's so easy for them to do everything. But yeah,
as usual.
Yep,
I almost got detained in Panama, but I ended up getting detained in Colombia. But that's another story for another time.
I love Colombia is the best. Colombia is the best. That's the only thing I love about Panama. You can live here, but because it's so central, I can still travel to all these other places in between work.
So you end up going cross road, left, right, because. So does Aya mean like this is you need to come into my car, or were they actually giving you directions to really go?
They were trying to give me directions. Yeah. Like I genuinely started following you because you were all like solo Caribbean girl traveling, and I'm like, yes, that's me. I'm out here by myself. Don't know what I'm doing. I went to Bogota in total Jamaican wear, slippers and shorts. Like, yay! Yes.
Listen, it was raining. Always raining in Bogota. It's always raining.
I didn't know that. Now I need to do research.
And it's cold, so I don't know what you were doing in flip-flops.
I did no research at all. I was like, oh, Colombia, near the equator. It should be warm.
No,
that was not.
Mountain peak. Guys, this is a lesson. When you're solo traveling, please research and make sure you know the temperature. You will not have fun if you go in the wrong climate. Okay? If you dress in the wrong climate, it will not be fun.
It will not be fun.
And it rains all the time. It's just drizzle.
Yes. Yeah, the nice Colombians came over and they noticed I wasn't from here. They're like, are you okay? You are like, yeah, you're like, are you okay? And they called me an Uber. They're like, come. Don't go anywhere. These people will rob you. So nice. Yeah.
Goodies telling me not to miss you.
I miss you too.
All right, guys. So we're actually going to close out the live now. Thanks so much, T, for joining. I'm gonna edit and thanks for sharing your story. Next week's so I'm gonna close you out now, okay, T? So we talk later.
Ciao.
So that was the story. This is the format that I want to keep, guys, where I share my story. We have a little Q&A. If you have any related travel stories that relate, you can always join my chat. You can always join the live to share as well. I want us to have that kind of like community to talk and share our lessons about solo traveling and being on the road. Next week, which would you choose? So give me a heart for where there's food that I've eaten so far. Where there's food, give me a heart if that's what you want the topic to be for next week, or give me a star if you want the topic to be how I called in sick to move from work in order to move to France. Heart for where there's food, star for the time when I called in sick to work so I could move to France. So go. We have one heart, where there's food, Nobody else now votes? Then I'm just gonna decide, right? There's a star. Heart for where there's food. Star for the time I called in sick to work so I could move to France. 3 hearts. All right. So where there's food it is for next week. Wait, heart star. All right, I'm gonna tell the stories eventually, but we just want to know which one I'm gonna be the next. Oh no. Okay. Listen, I'm just gonna. We'll figure it out. We're gonna just throw some dice and roll. Let's vote. We're gonna vote on IG stories. Thanks so much for the live, guys. It will be out on IG on Friday or Sunday, depending on how much time I have tomorrow to edit. Like Candy said, these stories need crowd, them need crowd, them need crowd. So please, when I have you want the France story? Okay, I'll tell you the France story. Please, my stories need crowd. Share it with your friends if you really enjoyed the chat. If you really enjoyed talking with me, make sure you bring your juice. It could be tea. Make sure you bring it next week. And we're gonna be next topic is the time I've called in sick from work so I could move to France. All right. Thanks so much and ciao. Bye.